Soup is a great make-ahead meal. This particular soup is a 30-minute meal. I'm starting off this soup. It's a tomato soup. It's a chunky tomato soup with bacon and cannellini beans. Delicious. I know, delicious. And I like to put the bacon bits back up on top and keep them crispy. So I brown up the bacon. You know you should brown up extra. You need a minimum of a 1/4 pound, but you're gonna eat a 1/4 pound when it comes out because it's bacon. To that, you're gonna add 1 large onion, red or white, finely chopped, and 4 cloves of garlic, thinly sliced. And while that's cooking up, I'm gonna slice up a chili pepper. This is a little Fresno chili pepper, guys. They look like a red jalapeno pepper. They have a very mild heat level. Now, heat in any chili pepper lives in the ribs and the seeds. I like my food extra spicy, so I'm gonna leave the ribs and seeds in and just slice it. If you wanna make it a little more mild, strip that out. And if you can't find a red chili pepper in the grocery store, you can substitute a little bit of crushed chili pepper flake from your pantry, no big deal. Then, some nice fresh thyme, a couple of tablespoons. And a couple of large bay leaf. Throw those in there. I'm gonna give this a stir, and you want this to sweat out a little bit. I've reduced the heat down to medium, and we're gonna let this get nice and tender and bleed out its flavor before we add our liquids. I'm gonna add 1 can of San Marzano tomatoes, Italian tomatoes. Now, I find the potato masher is actually the easiest way to break up the tomatoes once you drop them down in there. Give them a little squish. Then we're gonna add to that tomato puree or passata. Passata is an Italian product that's sometimes made with raw, really ripe tomatoes rather than cooked tomatoes. If you can't find passata in your grocery store, go ahead and use tomato puree, or you can get the palmy, the ground tomatoes that come in the little paper boxes. Add 2 cups of that. Then to that, we're gonna thin it out a little bit with 2 cups of chicken stock. And once you get the chicken stock stirred in, just drop in the cannellini beans, and it is divine. The only thing that can make this bowl of soup a little bit tastier is perhaps some freshly shaved Pecorino Romano cheese. I know. And oh yes, let's not forget all of those bacon bits. Delicious. I got you now. And, you know, when it gets down to the bottom of the bowl, those last few nice juicy bites, I don't know about you, but I gotta have a nice hunk of crusty bread to mop it up with. You know, with a nice crusty ciabatta like this, cut off a hunk, and I like to just sort of nest it down in there so it gets good and moist. Yeah, right? Crunchy on the outside, nice and soft on the inside, delicious. That's like your dessert when you're done.